everybody, James Tube here. What is up? And today we are doing the top 3 best flight simulators for mobile compared. So today's flight simulators are Aerofly FS 2020, xten, and Infinite Flight. We are going to compare playability, which is like how fun it is. We are going to compare realism, and we are going to compare selection of aircraft. So like how many aircraft you can use in the game. So let's just get right into this. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and turn on notifications. And let's go! So first up, we are on Infinite Flight for playability or how fun it is. Now, personally, I would rate Infinite Flight number 1 because I really like it, but we are just doing it according to the facts. So Infinite Flight is pretty fun and it's pretty simple. Once you click on it, these sliders come up and you can just easily do this on the flaps, on the spoilers, on everything. Autopilot is pretty simple. You can just do this. You can go to settings and hide your fixes or hide navids or, I don't know, hide airspaces, and then you can choose your destination airport. And then you can go to autopilot and set your speed. And you can set your altitude, and you can set your vertical speed and everything. It's a very pretty simple game. There's like systems, there's actions, like you can open doors. There you can see that door opened. You can do the seat belts. You can do a lot of stuff, but now let's take off. And not all the planes in Infinite Flight have these really good sounds, just this plane was updated to sound really good. And also this plane has gear tilt and it's pretty realistic. Here it is inside the cockpit. It has a live cockpit. It has a bunch of camera angles actually. The landing gear animation is good. It's actually a very good game, and it does have multiplayer, and you can land planes also. It's pretty hard to do super nice landings, but you usually get the hang of it after a while. Let's try that landing one more time. And then, so playability, on the playability scale, I would probably give it a 9 out of 10. But now let's go to X-Plane 10. So now we are in X-Plane 10 in the 777 for playability. And it's actually very realistic. There are 3D buildings, unlike Infinite Flight, as you can see here. They're like parking garages. There are actually cars, if I can find them. They're like trucks that drive around. Like there's a pushback truck. Then you can like request services if you're at the gate, and then like catering trucks will come to you. Surprisingly, we are at Seattle and they actually do have Alaska Airlines gates and stuff. Also, if we go to modify flight, you can make failures, like you can fail at stuff. You can change the weather, like we can have no visibility and make it rainy. You can change the time. You can also change the livery, like we can go to Air New Zealand or we can go back to British Airways. You can make the weather super bad like it is now. Or, if you don't like that, there's also a way to plan for it. But also, if you're going to modify flight, you can put it back to good stuff. It can be night or day. Like, it looks, I think, a lot better at night because there are actually city lights. But now I guess let's take off. Just so that you can see the crash animations, but it surprisingly does have crash animations, which I actually really like. So if we go to real world time, okay, it has crash animations, which is I think one of the only mobile flight simulators that does. That's the main good thing. So out of playability, I would give this a 7 out of 10. So now let's go to Aerofly FS 2020. Okay, so here we are in the final flight sim before we do the variety of planes. Oops, good thing the loading times are short. But here we are in Aerofly FS 2020. We are in the 777, and we are in San Francisco this time. So let's check out this plane. This graphics are pretty good. It has a lot of camera angles. There's passenger views. It has like rudder. It has landing gear views. It has air traffic control views. It has like no model views. It has HUD. It has a bunch of stuff. It has like everything basically. It doesn't have a very interactive cockpit. I mean, the throttle works and the spoilers work and I guess the park brakes work, but not too much works. I like using the on-screen thing instead. But there are like flaps and stuff, and that's really loud. Oh. Okay, let's just get straight to taking off. I think I accidentally set the park brake, and that's why it's not working. Yeah, here we go. We're taking off, and luckily this game has replay. So we gain speed. The engine noises are pretty quiet in this game, but there are 3D things, as you can see over here. Like, there's a 3D terminal, and there are 3D skylines and stuff. So that's at least pretty realistic. All the planes have gear tilt that have gear tilt. There are, again, gear up animations and stuff. graphics are actually pretty good. Like, right here, as you can see, there's actually a highway there where a highway is, I bet. I've never been to San Francisco. I'm assuming that there's a highway there. It's based off of satellite images, and then I think they added, obviously they added this stuff. But none of these flight simulators compare to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. So before we move on and I tell you my rating, leave in the comments below what your favorite flight simulator is. Mine is Infinite Flight, because it's pretty fun and that's what I do most of my flights on when I'm not doing YouTube videos. Has co-pilot view, but now I would probably give this game an 8 out of 10. So right now, Infinite Flight is the lead and X-Plane is losing. So now let's go on to variety. So we are actually not doing variety this week because the video was getting really long and I didn't want to bore you. So we are going to do variety next week. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and turn on notifications. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!